So right now, a lot of changes are going on with Google and stuff that Google offers. One of the things that they offer that some people are not aware of, at least in the United States, is cell phone service. And that cell phone service is through Google Fi. So Google Fi has been something that people have it like, but people are skeptical of. The biggest concerns are the lack of phone selection because there's only certain phones that are approved to be used with Fi. The other issue has been the amount of data that you can get and the cost of it. So basically, at this point, how Fi is operated is individual lines are $20 a month for talk and text. And then if you add extra people, it's extra $15 per line. But for data, it's expensive to the tune of $10 per gigabyte. So if you're somebody who is a heavy data user, you could have an extremely expensive bill with Google Fi. And that's why today's announcement that they sent out to people who have Google Fi, like myself, is going to be a welcome change for many. And that change is what they're calling bill protection data levels. So, depending upon the number of people you have on your plan, that's going to determine what your data level is. And how it works, we'll use me for an example. I am an individual, so $20 a month for talk and text. My data level would be 6 gigs. So that's an additional $60 a month. So that puts me at $80 a month if I use that much data. If I get to that point of 6 gigs, anything after that I will not be charged for. So my bill before taxes, before any phone payments or any insurance would be maxed at $80. So after that, I would have basically 15 gigs worth of data that I could go through before anything would happen. And the levels just depend on the number of people on the plan. So the max data level that you can be charged for, if you have two members, is 10 gigs, 12 gigs for three, 14 gigs for four, 16 gigs for five, and 18 gigs for six people. So, as far as the amount that you can be charged, that your bill be maxed at, and that's again not including any payments for phones or insurance, be $80 for individual line, 135 for two lines, 170 for three lines, 205 for four lines, $240 for five lines, and 275 for six lines. So for a lot of people, if you're on a family plan, obviously you can get a family plan for a lot cheaper with a number of carriers, prepaid and postpaid. If you're an individual user, such as myself, for me to get a similar plan with an AT&T or Verizon, it's going to be similar to what Fi is offering. The disadvantages of Fi, of course, is going to be the phone selection. Right now, there are only three phones that they sell that are approved. That is the Pixel 2, the Pixel 2 XL, and then you have the Motorola X fourth generation. The Pixel XL you can still get, I believe, the original one, and the original Pixel would be a phone you can use on Fi. Older Nexus phones pretty much are not supported. They've been trying to get people off of those phones now for a little bit of time. So, not that great of a phone selection, but the phones, stock Android, pretty good experience for most people. Fi, because of the price of the data, has also been a service mainly either for business people or people who do not use a lot of data because they're on Wi Fi a lot and therefore can save money. So, again, for me, 20 gig, 20 bucks for a talk and text. I have insurance, which is $5. I normally go through less than half a gig a month of mobile data, so that puts me at $30 plus tax for everything that I need. The pluses to Fi, The support is pretty fast if you need to talk to them via chat. Even the other night, I had to talk to them around 1 in the morning. Got a hold of somebody very quickly. Fi uses, of course, T-Mobile and Sprint's network. So if I'm in a situation where T-Mobile has a network outage, it'll switch me over to Sprint and vice versa. Or if I'm in an area where Sprint has no signal but T-Mobile does, I'm covered, and vice versa. Also, there's a lot of countries where there are roaming agreements, so you can use your Fi phone in another country, whether you want to use your Fi SIM card or you can rent a SIM card in another country, put it in your Google Fi approved phone because Fi phones naturally come unlocked from Google. And the newer ones have most, if not all, the LTE bands that are used in major countries all over the world. So definitely there are some pluses to Google Fi, and the bill protection is definitely a step in the right direction. Would still like to see cheaper rates for data and maybe some lower costs for family plans, but at least we're moving in the right direction. So definitely, if you have Google Fi, check that out. I'll put a link in the description box of where you can see this chart showing the Google Fi bill protection data levels. And let me know if this changes your mind about possibly trying out Google Fi. As always, don't forget to share and like this video. And also, please subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.